Speed records on a bike. Most riders ride to achieve a personal goal, to get faster and develop their strength. While some skilled bikers ride to turn heads, drop jaws, and leave a mark on history. Want to know who these legends are? Then don't go anywhere as we discuss the craziest records on Cycling News Live, which these bikers made on two wheels by using their spectacular skills. Starting with, at number 7, 126.52 kilometers an hour by Ilona Peltier. On September 13th, Ilona Peltier rode her bike down a 200-meter track at 126.5 kilometers per hour, which set a new world record for all types of women's cycling speed. The day before, her teammate Fabian Canal ran 136.7 kilometers an hour, which was a new world record for men in college. The speeds were measured at the 2019 World Human-Powered Speed Challenge in Nevada, USA. Sixth, we have 144 kilometers an hour hit by Todd Reichert. The record for the fastest speed on land that can be reached by people is now a few miles per hour faster. At the 2016 World Human-Powered Speed Challenge in Battle Mountain, Nevada, cyclists on an ETA bike made by the Canadian company AeroVelo broke the record not once but twice. The first was on September 14th when Todd Reichert rode his bullet-shaped recumbent bicycle as fast as 88.26 miles per hour, breaking the 2015 record of 86.65 miles per hour. Remember, Doc Brown says that 88 miles per hour is the best speed for time travel. On September 16th, Reichert reached a top speed of 89.59 miles per hour, which was 2.95 miles per hour faster than the record set in 2015. Reichert and the rest of the AeroVelo team have broken many records in the past. In 2010, they built the world's first human-powered ornithopter. In 2013, they built a human-powered helicopter that worked and won the Sikorsky Prize, which had been unclaimed for decades. Fifth is the 210 kilometers an hour hit by Markus Stocki. Markus Stocki, who was then 33 years old, from Austria, established a new world speed record for a regular stock bike on snow on September 14, 2007, which happened to be his birthday. It was an intense M6 motorcycle that he was riding at the time. In La Pavaron, which is located in the Chilean Alps, Stocki reached a mind-boggling speed of 210.4 kilometers per hour. It was permitted for him to ride while wearing a futuristic aerodynamic suit and helmet. Nevertheless, in order for his speed to be acknowledged as an official world record, the bike he was riding had to be stock and unaltered. That meant there would be no fairings, no streamlining, and absolutely no other adjustments. In 2007, Stocki was already deeply connected with Intense on a significant level. Between the years 2006 and 2008, he oversaw the Markus Stocki Racing Intense team that competed in the World Cup. And during that time, the squad included a number of riders with extraordinary levels of ability. Racers like Chris Kovarik, Claudio Cagliari, Vanessa Quinn, Mio Sumasa, Matti Lakinen, and many others. The whole record attempt was highly impromptu. In fact, Stocki had to wear the shoes that he had traveled in because he forgot to bring the shoes that he had intended to use with him from home when he attempted to break the record. The 45-degree, 2-kilometer-long hill was already swiftly fading in the Chilean springtime heat as Stocki made his attempt, but he nailed it, even though he had to hold his breath for the whole of the 40-second record attempt as his visor kept steaming up. Even after 13 years, Stocki's record has not been broken, and Markus and his MS team are still very active in downhill mountain bike racing. Number 4, 227 kilometers an hour hit by Eric Barone. This Frenchman broke his own record. The previous best speed that Barone had achieved on the same ski track was 223.3 kilometers per hour in 2015, and the new record surpassed that. Barone's always had a love for speed and has been setting bicycle speed records since the early 90s. In the past, he worked as a stunt double for actors such as Sylvester Stallone and Jean-Claude Van Damme. In addition, Barone is the current holder of the record for the fastest speed reached by a prototype bicycle while traveling downhill on a volcano. In the year 2002, Barone set a record for himself by descending the Cerro Negro volcano in Nicaragua at an average speed of 172 kilometers per hour. After a few moments, Barone's bike fork separated from the frame, which led to a terrifying accident that you really shouldn't watch, even if you have the even slightest amount of fear of being startled. Up at number 3, we have 268 kilometers an hour made by Fred Rumpelberg. Fred Rumpelberg set the record for the fastest speed on a bicycle in 1995. He went 167 miles per hour. In September 2018, Denise Mueller-Kennerich broke Rumpelberg's record by almost 17 miles per hour. She did this by drafting behind the same custom-made dragster that Rumpelberg used to set his record. Mueller-Korenik put a special bike with a big gear on a race car and tethered it to it. The race car then sped up to over 100 miles an hour, which was the speed needed for the rider to turn the cranks on her own. Then she unhooked herself from the car and stayed in the slipstream, smashing the pedals to go as fast as she could by herself. On her last mile on the Bonneville Salt Flats, she went 183.93 miles per hour. In the video, we can see how Mueller-Korenik became the fastest person on a bike in the world. As she went past 180, she made a huge storm of salty wind. In second, we have 296 kilometers an hour by Denise Mueller-Korenik. Denise Mueller-Korenik, an American cyclist, broke a high-speed cycling record that had stood for more than 20 years. Since 1995, Dutch cyclist and multiple record holder Fred Rumpelberg set the record for the fastest bicycle speed in slipstream at 167.044 miles per hour. But on Sunday, September 16th, Denise beat his record by going 183.931 miles per hour at Utah's famous Bonneville Salt Flats. That record had stood for 23 years. Denise crossed the Bonneville Salt Flats by attaching her bike to the back of a dragster driven by racing driver Shea Holbrook. She had to be towed for the first part of the run because the gearing on her bike was so high that she couldn't have pedaled from a standing start. Denise got off the pace car when she was going about 100 miles per hour and started to speed up. Even though the dragster was taking care of the wind resistance, it took a lot of strength and endurance to reach and keep up such high speeds. Denise had to keep up power levels similar to those reached in elite-level velodrome races for more than a minute, covering about 3.5 miles at racing car speeds while wearing heavy motorcycle leathers in the hot desert sun. When trying to break a record like this, the stakes are, well, high. The dragster only gives the rider a small area of clear air to move through. If Denise had moved too far to the left or right or couldn't keep up with the pace, she would have dropped out of that safe area and right into a hurricane-force headwind that would have knocked her off her bike. Denise said that when asked when she was most proud of, it was a crazy ride to get to 183.9 miles per hour, but it was so worth the sacrifices and years of hard work to become the fastest person on a bicycle in the world. We shouldn't have gone faster than 175. And now first, we've got at 334.6 kilometers an hour, Bruce Bursford. Bruce Bursford was inspired to design and build a bike by how Formula One and the aerospace industries were using new technologies. The Ultimate bike is 4 times as sturdy as a traditional steel tube bicycle of the same weight because it uses a carbon weave that has been pre-impregnated. On August 23, 1995, at the Brooklands Museum, Bruce Bursford rode the Ultimate bike to a speed record of 207.9 miles per hour, beating the previous record of 153 miles per hour that had been in place since 1988. In the year 2000, Bruce Bursford lost his life in a tragic accident that occurred while he was training. He had 10 different world records in the sport of cycling. So, this was all about the speed records on a bike. If you liked today's video, then please do check out more videos like this on our channel, and subscribe to our channel, and please hit the like button for more updates. Thanks for watching.